What's going on? So, quick update on the campaign so far. I went big at the start of this and called it the road to $1 million launch. Based on the results right now, probably not going to hit that just based on the lead cost, the amount of leads that we've got, and just how I know this type of offer has converted in the past. So, that was a mistake, but we keep pushing forward anyway. I could BS you guys and be like, oh, look at all the money we made, but just being totally real right now, just based off the numbers, we're not going to hit that. The number of leads that we've generated, paid and organic, and then also how this offer has converted in the past. So last time we did a launch for this client, it was earlier this year. We did do over $1 million. We did $500,000 in cash collected, and then in total sales in the payment plans. If all the payment plans came through, it's over $1 million. But that was for a different offer. It was for a wider offer. This is for the same company, but it's more niche. And we have done this in the past. And I think we 4x'd our ad spend, obviously made a lot more organically, but we didn't do over $1 million. So just based on what I see right now, I would assume we'll do something similar. So far off $1 million, but I know from the paid side, I would hope we would at least 4x what we've spent. So hopefully we'll do like over 100K in profit. Organically, I'll give you the results after that happens, because I don't know how many leads are going to generate from now. But obviously organically is 100% profit, and the conversions are usually higher from an organic audience. But anyway, back to the update. So like I mentioned, it didn't go as smooth as last time. And I think that's good, because at the end of the day, what's the point of me just posting videos being like, oh, look how amazing all my campaigns go. Oh, look at us. We smash every single advertising campaign out of the park for every single one of our clients and we never lose, which is never true, right? No one succeeds 100% of the time. And even though we're still going to make this client a ton of money, and most people will be extremely happy with, the amount of money that we're probably going to make them. And even like the lead cost, for example, right now, you can see on the screen, the average is just under $7 for like a very competitive like business niche. Most people will be jumping up and down being like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But just based on what we've done previously, where the cost per lead has been lower, I'm slightly disappointed in this launch. So what I wanted to show you, though, was basically what we've been doing to try and scale. Because as you can see on the 8th here, we really went hard, scaled up to like 8K in a day. But the lead cost just got way too out of hand, just too high. So we scaled it back down. And as you can see, it's been slowly going further and further down, which is good. Yesterday, it was just $5.61, which is obviously a great lead cost. We've scaled up again today. And I'm basically going to show you the different stuff that I did. I'll show you inside the ad account in a second here. But you can see here that the lead form just stopped converting. For whatever reason, I don't 100% know why, but it obviously dropped off a cliff. So on the 10th, a couple of days ago, number one, we created a new lead form where we use different framing in the questions on the lead form. And then number two, we also created a landing page, just like your regular ClickFunnels landing page. And we started running traffic to that as well to see if we could get better conversions. So we took the best ads that were converting to the old lead form, duplicated them, used the new lead form, and duplicated them again and sent them to the registration page. So we can see the conversion differences. And you can see here that obviously the conversion has increased. So that has worked. One of the main reasons why the lead cost got so high was just because the lead form went from converting at like 37% down to like 20 or 17, which was obviously really bad. So that's one thing. Next is inside of the account. Let me just see here. So these are our scaling CBO campaigns. You can see yesterday was a decent day. Average cost per lead across all of the campaigns was $5. And basically what I do is, let's just say this, for example, this campaign is working really well. If I want to scale this CBO, I'm going to go inside it. So here we've got two lookalike audiences. Again, this will be blurred out, but you'll be able to see that we got two ad sets within the CBO, and one is a 1% lookalike targeting a US audience. The other is a 1% lookalike targeting a Canadian audience. So there's basically three ways, or there's even more than three, but there's a couple of main ways that I like to scale different CBOs. So I tend to keep the budget the same. But what I do is basically run those same ads to slightly tweaked audiences. So for example, if a 1% US lookalike and a 1% Canadian lookalike is working well, then I'm going to duplicate the CBO and I'm going to run it to a 1 to 2% lookalike of US and Canada, right? Super simple. If you've run advertising campaigns before, I'm sure you've done that, right? If a 1% lookalike is working, then very likely that the 1 to 2% lookalike will be working. And if that works, you can even do larger lookalike audiences. So that's number one. Number two, if it's working to a US and a Canadian audience, then it could also work to, different affluent audiences. So for example, I would duplicate this campaign and I would also do a 1% for the UK and 1% to Australia. And I'd put those two in its own CBO and I would scale it that way. And like I mentioned before, what else I did was I duplicated this exact same CBO and I sent it to the ClickFunnels registration page instead of the Facebook lead form. And I also sent it to the new Facebook registration page. The new Facebook lead form, and see how that converted as well. So from that one winning CBO, I've created 4 different CBO campaigns that should work and that should scale. They might not be as cheap as this. They might be a little bit more expensive. But the logic is that it's got a high chance of at least getting a good cost per lead. So that's one thing we've done. And I basically go through each CBO like that. And every single CBO that in this example is kind of like under $6, which is kind of within our KPI, any CBO that is getting those type of results, I will then create like 4 or 5 different CBOs based on that one, which was winning. So that's effectively how I hyper scale quickly CBOs, because once you've done your testing campaigns and you've found the audiences and the ads that have worked well and you put them into CBOs and you scale, then what most people do is just increase the budget of the CBO. And I don't know if it's just bad luck, but whenever I try and increase the budget on a campaign, whether that be ABO or CBO, I'd say 90% of the time performance just tanks. So I really don't like scaling by just increasing the budget. And I don't like just duplicating the CBO either and leaving everything identical and just having 2 of the exact same CBOs running, because I just feel like they're just going to compete with each other too much and it's going to increase the ad costs. I would rather duplicate it and make a change to the audience or make a small change to the ad, or in this kind of unique case that we've gone through over the past couple of days, where I would change the destination. So again, new Facebook lead form or a ClickFunnels page. So yeah, that's the update. Again, we're trying to scale over the next couple of days. We're spending right now, today we're probably due to spend about 3.5K, something like that. I'll launch some more this afternoon as well. So probably get that up to about 4K and then just see how they perform overnight. We've got a couple of days until the launch starts. It's basically a 12-day process. So we'll start selling in about 5 days, and then we'll have a week where we will have the open cart week where people can enroll. So what I will do is, depending on the results, if there's something interesting to share that happens over the next couple of days, then I'll make another video in a couple of days' time showing you the end result of the ad spend. Because, like I said, we're spending about 3 to 4K today. We'll probably do the same, if not a little bit tomorrow. And we'll just leave our best performing campaigns running for the first couple of days of the launch. Because what we found is that people will still register and they'll still show up even if it's started. Because what's good is with these launches, you have a Facebook group and a Facebook community. And one of the biggest, I suppose, objections or the skepticism people have when they join these live launches is is it any good? Is it going to be worth my time? Is it just going to be a waste of my time if I show up? So if someone comes in after day 1, they go into the Facebook group and they see it's popping. People are posting videos, sharing what they've learned. They can see the engagement. Then a new lead is going to go into that Facebook group and they're going to be shit, this launch it's happening. It's pretty good. People are saying how good it is. They're going to show up. Now, obviously, what you don't want to happen is someone to join, they go into the Facebook group and it's dead. And then they're never going to show, right? Even if it's already started and the engagement in the group is dead, then it's never going to show. That's why the community and the group part of a launch is so important. you really need to make sure that the community that's a new lead is going into is super engaged. There's a lot of social proof. There's a lot of activity. And that means that you can run ads for the first couple of days of the launch. And we'll just leave our best performing ones running. So maybe we'll spend around 2K a day-ish. It obviously just depends. And we can keep that running. So we might get up to, 40K, 50K in spend overall because we'll keep running for a few days. And those leads will come in and they'll see the activity and they'll be like, shit, I'm going to watch the replay of day 1 and day 2. And I'm going to show up to day 3. So yeah, if there's an interesting update, if something interesting happens that I think you guys could get value from over the next couple of days whilst I finish off the ad campaigns, and I'll do another video update on the channel. But what I will do in 12 days time, or in this case 14 days time from now, after the launch is finished, I will do a full debrief on the results, the money we made, the conversions, the learnings, what I would do differently. Did it work? Didn't it work? I don't think we'll get the $1 million. It would be cool if we did, but there's just no way with the lead volume that we've got, unfortunately. But I'm still expecting a decent return on ad spend. So yeah, I mean, most people, when they spend like 30, 40, 50K in a month, they'll be happy even if you just double ad spend. So I'm sure we'll do lots more than that. So other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll update you on the next video.